Each week, the San Jose Flea Market brings us stories of athletes who have overcome adversity in their lives to succeed in school and in sports.
Our Therese Vinal joins us now with the story of a San Mateo teen and what he's been through.
That's right, Kevin. Earlier this year, Sarah's linebacker Nick HACKWORTH faced some of the darkest days in his life. During that time, he leaned heavily on the brotherhood of his football family for support. Sarah's senior linebacker Nick HACKWORTH shares many of the same passions with his father.
He brought me to the gym when I was younger and taught me how to lift weights, and that's I really like to do that. And he bought me a Harley, and so we go riding. We used to go every weekend or a couple times a week. We just liked all the same movies and foods, everything.
With his mom and dad divorced, Nick lived with his dad. Last year, Nick found out his dad had cancer. His father tried to play down the seriousness of his condition so Nick and his sister wouldn't worry. It wasn't until earlier this year Nick realized the severity of the situation.
I was all tired and I was resting with him and watching the golf tournament, and I just noticed it's like too bad. It's just way too bad.
Later that day, Nick's dad was rushed to the hospital where his liver stopped functioning, and eventually he was put on life support. Then came the toughest decision of Nick's life.
I always remember him telling me that he'd rather not be living off of a machine. He didn't ever spoke to anyone else about this. They asked me, what should we do? Should we see if he can come make it through this? And there's a small chance, or we could take him off the machine and just let him go. I said, well, just let him go, because that's what he wants.
When the doctor turned off the machine, Nick stayed by his dad's side, trying to bring comfort for the both of them.
We were talking about really fun memories and stuff, and then we just look up and he's dying. And it was weird because he always used to do this little smirk thing. Sometimes it was really annoying because he's making fun of me or something, and same with my sister. But he died, and I guess the position he was laying in made a smirk. It was weird.
Instead of cutting himself off from the world, the Sarah senior turned his thoughts back to football. The very next morning, he was back in the weight room.
I think he realized that he wanted normalcy as fast as he could, and be around his brothers and be around his teammates was probably the fastest way to recovery. But we were astonished that he was there. It gave us an opportunity to give him the love that he probably needed at that time.
This was kind of his place of peace, where I think the weight room, the football field is where he got away from all the problems he had. I think he just came here and everyone looked up to him for that. I mean, he's a huge role model for everyone, including me.
The same week his father passed away, Nick's grandmother and aunt were hit by a car, killing his grandmother and leaving his aunt in a coma.
I do miss my father and my grandma, and my aunt's okay, but I gotta move on, and I don't have time right now for that stuff to sink in.
The core value of the Sarah football team is brotherhood, a family Nick turned to for support after his father and grandmother's deaths.
I think that's when he needed us the most, when his family was going through a really, really difficult time. I think he just leaned on that whole concept of being a family, of being brothers, of having a separate family away from home.
When you work so hard with a group of people for so long, they're just there, They're always there for you, you're always there for them.
This season, Nick has over 30 tackles and is averaging 5.5 tackles a game. His brothers on the team provide him the support he needs. But Nick greatly misses the man who shared his passion for football.
I don't have, my dad to look up to when I need, some help or something. I just gotta do stuff on my own. And I guess you could say it's growing up faster. And in a way, that's good.
Right now, Nick is applying to about 15 different colleges with hopes of getting a good degree and a chance to walk onto the football program he attends for school.
Outstanding. Doing a good job, and of course the education is the most important thing anyway. Yeah. All right, very good. Thanks, Therese. Verde Design